ONIC, no? If they want to ban away the Valir?
It's probably just gonna be a Kimmy again for Moreno at this point. And we might see a Farsa if there is a Kimmy on the other side.
I think it's a bit vulnerable though, the Kimmy here.
Yeah, maybe not in Red 4, Red 5.
Perhaps.
Mayhaps.
Whoa, Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, what's the choice for BTR?
The Force. Oh,
No. We're talking about the game, champion.
I don't think that. Oh, Atlas. Okay,
More AoE, so
that's why they banned out the Cho.
if this is going to be a pure front to back, again, I really do think the team with the Harriet loses out. Because remember, the Harriet can only match up to damage when you have the Zaman force. So if Bigetron kite back away or push through it, Hera might be in trouble.
So what do ONIC need?
Keyboy, this is just gonna be a Khalid. There are some options here.
What, do they go Khalid Lilia again?
Probably not Lilia. I'm thinking something different. No, look at the Kimmy, no?
Valeria's back, my bad.
Sounds like a weird Kadita pick, right?
Oh!
I was scared of a weird pick.
It's not a chip, but it is gonna be a low Yi.
It's taking a page out of their brothers in Philippines book. It's the Super Friends Fresh Special.
This is scary, dude. With the Yin if that can mess up so many combos from Bigetron because their comp needs to fight together.
I wonder... Nah, they did some form of more damage, right?
Do they not need burst?
I feel like crowd control, so all three of us have a different...
I think Farsa
They
should be
have
up
crowd
there.
control, no? They have Sora and Atlas. Don't
It's
they
a
need someone
Farsa.
to follow up?
They need-
Like something like the Farsa, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the usual answer to the Herald is usually the Farsa, and you outrage the Lua you once get up before.
Moreno Carita.
I'm not sure about that.
No way.
Nah. That's a no-no for me, Chief.
Okay.
Okay, that's a bit of damage, a bit of crowd control, and...
Burst.
And we're kind of...
Late game burst.
Nah,
Depending on items.
I wouldn't put it that way.
Full stack Sky Piercer.
Exactly.
Maybe.
That's burst.
Sure, but that's kind of a boring answer,
Agree
man.
to disagree.
I prefer Farsa, bro.
Me too.
I prefer Farsa.
I think it would be difficult because you're up against like Harris and Paquito, so it's not as safe, I think.
Oh, for sure, man. The Paquito will one-shot you. That's a terrifying thing to face as a squishy backline character.
Quick predictions before we head into game number 2 in the grand finals.
I'm scared of ONIC, man. Honestly.
I already forgot the draft.
Okay, thank you so much, Chef. And what do you guys think? Miracle? Realize? Take it over.
Well, Jeff Finney forgot the draft, but my man right here, Miracle, is on a roll. He read through all of it. The Atlas pick, the Cho ban, the Valir ban. But ONIC goes for the Luo Yi, a pick that we haven't seen for quite some time.
I think they were just backed onto the ropes early. That's what happened, right? They went through their 3 picks, and I think the 3 picks from Bigetron were just a tad bit better. Then we saw those bans, man. Those 4th errors coming in from Bigetron from the bans itself. It was already tough for ONIC to pull it off at the end. But these are picks that have won them championships, so we cannot take it away from them.
We cannot, especially with the crowd behind their back in their own backyard. Game 2, ONIC against Bigetron by Vitality.
Yep. Here we go. Land of Dawn.
Okay. Well, at least with the Paquito, with the Fredrin, and the Loi, to a certain extent, you have tempo in the early game. You have a way to kind of win out. Because the problem with the draft in Bigetron is the range. And that's why the Kimmy comes to mind. There was also discussions about the Farsa. You mentioned the Navaria as well. Possibly.
Oh, wow.
Look at the damage from Shogun. He goes with the concussive blast, so at least extra tad bit of explosion in that early in the last proc. Helps him rotate quite fast as well. And now this Atlas, river control, everything else you name it, that's gonna be the main contention now for Bigetron by Vitality. Will the glue be able and be enough to match that prior?
That's the thing about the glue, though. This is such a risky pick. It's basically Keyboy banking on the fact that he's a good glue. If he can mount the Baksha before he gets all in by Bigetron, it's great. But if you fall behind just early here, if you get knocked up by Finn before anything even starts, it's going to be a long, long day for Patrick.
It is. Gonna be making burgers again, the Krusty Krab. Now, for those spawns, the objective take. Finn coming close by. Niall with Baksha. This Baksha Fredrin matchup we have seen multiple times throughout the playoffs. Mostly it's with the Baksha.
There you go. Traction pulse. Now it's gonna be Shogun walking now, gonna go for the shifting skies, able to find it. Niall wins out the retreat battle as that's Ludpi. Chain CC. Kyrie in the midst of it all. Getting a big pump, but it's not gonna do enough damage as Shogun walks up again and stuns Keyboy. And it's Shogun who claims first blood.
Bigetron strike first in game number 2, and moving in unison is this squad of red robots. Look at Iman just rotating down bottom. As Lutpi wants to try to win something out. Moreno is close by, lingering presence for Bigetron. Look at Kyrie in the bush.
Oh, he's not. He doesn't want the smoke. Not with Niall around. He was thinking about it. Maybe get a quick shank on Moreno, but it's him who gets the XP crab.
The level gap as well, Miracle. Level 6 to level 4. Niall has so much tempo in his hands. Emblems by Bayou. Get a vitality for the Fred, and he knows he has to tank a lot of damage, especially when the Cloud and the Kimmy goes online. You have to frontline.
I guess. Look at that Shogun just jumping in now. Knockout strike, and it's practically a solo. I mean, Niall retreat for sure, so we can't call it a Soko Lil. But Shogun went in, and now it might be Kelra. Bigetron set their sights on.
He has a Purify if you want to go for the Candle Links. Kelra will be privy of that. Yeah, that Golden Crab too. At least acquired now. ONIC. Obviously, we have to play with the tools and the cards that they're dealt with. You have the Luoyi ultimate, possibly to look for a pick off, potentially, but to who you don't have the hard lockdown, Kelra. I think it will be A-OK for now. It had a bit of damage from the passive of that Synchro Fission. Item build, the Paquito obviously wants to go full damage, or rather, mostly damage, because you want to have that physical damage going. ONIC Black with that, and that's going to be the Paquito as the tailgate. Meanwhile, Black Ice Shield for the app. So Dominance Ice will be the name of the game. And everything else is still being built towards. Niall already with the Curse Helmet, and Shogun too with the War Axe. Survivability is going to be key for this Sora.
Look at the awareness of Shogun. He knows something is up. They haven't seen the Luoyi in a bit, and this is the thing about the new Luoyi, right? When you ult, you actually get seen on the map. So Shogun uses that to his own advantage. He just sees that Sans hasn't been anywhere on the map, and no ult procs, so something fishy is going on. And now Bigetron are the ones holding the second neutral objective. Oh! Spin against the fatal links. Now it's an all-in over on Moreno. Now with the shield unity onto Sans. He gets the diversion, but he's going to get taken out before he can even get through the teleport. Moreno on Keyboy already. Shogun holding the neutral objective. Kyrie right there. Keyboy, no mount to play with. Now it's going to be the all-in onto Bin, but he has a perfect match to get away just in time. It's Kelra who takes him out. Now pops in his bond forward as he walks back up with the chrono dashes.
So fighting for the neutral objective here. Kyrie is close by, and Aman still yet to use his Blazing Duet. Maybe they can go for round 2. Shogun is close by, but the cycle is still not enough for Bigetron. No Finn as well. They're going to take the pit control.
This is great by ONIC, maximizing the neutral objective advantage they've got and the resource advantage they've got. Now it's Shogun with a jump in 2! Sans gets pulled back straight into Moreno's laser beam. And now it's Kelra, who's already used Purify. Now wants to go in. He's trying to go for the shield unity, but it's going to be under turret as Kyrie's able to peel for a bit. Now it's a big knockout from Lutpi in the back on Iman.
And they have to be wary of this Paquito, because in moments like that, he could be an assassin.
Kai's got to be careful now, but look at the Patrick coming around. Big bomb coming down as the fatal links is able to land, but Moreno is going to get targeted by Lutpi with a knockout strike. Now it's the whole team trying to run them down. It's going to be Finn walking away. He will surely die to the hands of Lutpi.
Momentary respite for ONIC, being able to get a few kills on the board. That kill towards Iman was so clean and so important as well for Lutpi to get. He was able to smuggle his way around in the back, and that's what Bigetron needs to remember, because they want to keep on frontlining for the carries to be able to hit the damage. 5 kills for the Sora. I wonder if, like, okay, the Sora gets the kills, you can get the items, but I wonder if you want to funnel those kills to the Sora, right? Because you have a few other carries. Sure, they scale, you know, better late than never. So now ONIC, Hunter Strike completed for Lutpi. Longsword, he's going to look for possibly a Malefic Roar if he wants to go that quick. But look at the tempo that Bigetron has with this box here. You can open up bushes so quickly, just be around the map. And that kind of addresses, I'd say, the problem that the Luoyi brings with the diversion, to check the bushes, to look for potential flank angles. The Boxia does it well, and it can tank a whole lot of damage as well with that Boxia mark.
So now it's back to the waiting game. What's so eerie and scary was the gold rankings earlier. Did you see it?
Yeah, Kelra up top.
Kelra is, I think, 1,000 gold ahead of Iman. And when you give the god in the gold lane that much of a lead, it's just always something that you have to have in the back of your mind.
And we've seen his heroic play with the Harith against Bigetron too, when Bigetron bit off more than they can chew.
Oh, good poke.
Poke coming in from ONIC. Meanwhile, Finn pops the perfect match.
Fatal link to the perfect match. Iman going to be able to get out. Whoa! He actually dodged away, blazing with a flicker around, but now he goes for the BMI. A big ball! Kai wins the entry, gets a buy one, get one, as he gets the kill on Iman, and it's a shutdown for Sans.
A massive shutdown for the Luoyi. Shogun was carrying a bounty on his head all along. And now ONIC want to advance into the deeper territories of Bigetron by Vitality.
What a diversion to send Kelra and himself down below into that bush. And man, he had no idea what hit him. By the time he realized, it was a big boy swinging a big sword on him.
And that's how you use the diversion. Because now it shows in the midst of the chaos of the team fight, you can always look for that flank play with a mini diversion when the team fight ensues, when the chaos is at an all-time high. And that's how Kelra was also able to be sent in the back and get that kill, get the damage going towards Eman. 5-6, Bigetron lost their gold lead that they built. Finn,
Uh-oh.
it's okay. He has the match. That's one of the privileges of the Atlas. So open up pushes going for river controls. You can always have that safety net. Golden staff for Eman. But I do want to circle back to a point where Moreno actually went for the Blood Wings first time. So all he really wants is just to move fast, have that extra shield, play it safe, and then he is going to go for the Feather of Heaven, which he has completed. It's extra spell vamp right there to survive for himself. Item build by Dunia Games. So glowing one for Sun, still stuck on that item. So the Sea Halberd for the Paquito. The Paquito is able to bypass all the shielding, the heals, and potentially get extra damage. Radiant armor as well. So Harith and Louis hits like a truck already.
Yeah, and that gold lead is the reason for it.
Yeah. They know that Harith is spiraling out of control. Obviously, after what happened, having a Harith that's still well farmed with items to go, a Holy Crystal as well, he wants to scale quickly and be prepared for a potential fight, because Bigetron are always going to look for it when they know they have a massive, strong hero to look for the sets with the Fatal Links. You have to be very wary to pull yourself into the team fight. The wave building down bottom, the Lord will be neglected as of now because they have to clear the waves. And let's see if ONIC can carry this momentum, diversion play, just to rotate themselves faster into the mid lane.
They're going to go for the Lord right now. They have the tempo and they have the advantage. They want to utilize Kelra's big lead before Eman gets to his item power spikes. And hey, Lord's already half HP. ONIC know what to commit to.
Niall still hasn't shown, but now he gets spotted in the back of Finn.
Go for Fatal Links. That's a question. He gets mounted before he can even do anything. That's a flicker around the Fatal Links. In desperation, Keyboy gets away. Shogun able to find two as Eman bases in plays in the wet. Now the big ball comes around. That is Kelra in the back surviving. Oh my god. Kelra, he fired. Oh, what? Lippy saves him with a knockout.
Wow, the gold standard shows up again, but Lutpi steadfast to protect their main carry. Bobbing and weaving with the Summon Force, getting to the right targets, giving the right damage. ONIC turn the game around, and they will get a Lord for themselves as well. Now they can work on the structures, now they can reassign the map. Kelra gets everything for himself. But last minute, Lutpi was there with his heavy punches, the boxing glove, to save Kelra. And now ONIC, they're the ones pressing to Bigetron. Auto prediction by GoPay. It's a close vote.
Wow.
51% to 49%. When is the last time you have believers, Mirko, for Bigetron in such a high stakes game?
It's usually only me and 5 dudes. I'm joking. That's you know. Hey, we have believers, you know. I was in the crowd. They were chanting. They were great. Bigot troopers all around the world. It's just they've been in a cave for a bit too long. You know, finally show up now. Chevin's looking at me for no particular reason. Kelra though, god dang. This is what I said in the early phase. 1,000 gold lead early. There's something scary about him, man.
Yep.
He's locked in.
If they didn't pick the Harith, I think the game would be chopped in the drafting phase.
Yep.
And now this Harith needs to be taken care of. How do you really want to go and access the Harith? Because you have a lot of things you have to bypass. Obviously, the Fredrin will be there, frontlining Keyboy with the glue. So good on just handling heroes like Atlas, like the Sora. You can always mount towards those heroes, potentially not making them advance even further. And as of now, ONIC, as long as they can play for Kelra, as long as Kelra is going to be in a safe position, they too will be available to fight. But hey, that's Skylar and Adifa. Congratulations, by the way, for they're expecting.
Yep. W Skylar, man, always been a fan of this guy. Yep. What a fantastic player and now a fantastic restreamer as well. Watching outside of the Infinite GT50 Pro MPL restreamer booth. Always fun. That's Shogun with the shifting skies on Keyboy. He's gonna go for knock up as well. Finn goes into the back line and finds Fatal Lane. Brazil onto one member. Eman! Shadow lays in the west. Flickers in! And he finds the kill with Niall right there. A big ball goes! Sends Finn home! Shogun will die to the mount as well as Finn comes in with the back line. Eman gonna go in for the gun down, but he's gonna be covered in a knockout strike. And now Eman gets away with a BMI Keyboy!
They're getting flanked from behind. ONIC counter Bigetron by Vitality. It looked like a winning team fight. They got Kelra, but they lost 3. And that's the trait they have to take. If they don't kill Kelra, Kelra's gonna go for them. And if they kill Kelra, the other members will go for them.
That's a big dispersion and rotation that landed on Moreno. They're gonna have to give this base turret in the mid lane, and ONIC have finally cracked this base open.
It's all about the damage for the Harith and Loyi. Look at the Divine Glaives completed already, and Sans is now storming to the Wishing Lantern completed too. So now Bigetron, you kind of wonder what can you do in these type of situations. Need to bait out the Purify, and even if that happens, Chrono Dash will always be available, Zaman Force Reset, and everything in between. They have these beefy boys just giving way for Kelra to hit like a truck. Malefic Roar, excuse me, for Lutfi. Completed. Whoa. Kyrie with the tank items. He's gonna be ready for this. Lord Take.
They're gonna go for a perfect match on Kai. He wants to go in. Shogun jump in as well. They're gonna go for the fight instead, and they set their sights on Kelra. The god of the gold lane traded in for the Lord. Kyrie can't escape right now. We have full stacks. This diversion is there, and ONIC get away just in time.
The great escape.
Wait,
saving them, but Lutfi
caught by the perfect match and distraction poke on Moreno. Guns him down with those laser beams. Lutfi cannot survive.
Instead, what is a boxer to a gunner? And Moreno gets the killing spree. At least Bigetron by Vitality stem the bleeding. After what was a hard decision to make, they decided to collapse on Kelra.
What a pivot. They used the Lord purely as a distraction. They got it solo as well. These are the fine margins that Bigetron have been utilizing the entire playoffs. I'd say all the way from the regular season.
Yeah.
From the regular season, it didn't work.
The minute details. And then you wonder, the statement from Coach Theo. He said regular season is for the testing, right? Playoffs is where they show up. And they showed up all the way to the finals. And even in this game where it looked
That's
like
my code right there.
it's gonna spiral out of control. And now look at the winner crown as well for Eman. So all that he wants to do is survive, possibly pop the Blazing Duet, and then get that, time to buy himself survivability, and then give Bigetron leeway to go in. Because if Kelra dies, sure, there's still Lutfi, the main damage dealer. Sans still available too. But if Lutfi gets damage in the way, then there is no way for ONIC to re-engage unless Bigetron by Vitality pulls something insane. Immortality for Keyboy, again, just looking to survive the long drawn-out fights. And this is Eman. With a lot of items too, this Claude late game will be a massive problem. Now ONIC, what do they want to look for? This Loyi diversion multiple times has been an escape tool. An escape, the jail card type of deal. But it has also been used to rotate fast into the objectives, knowing that Bigetron can't really contest. But again, this box set just enables the players of Bigetron by Vitality to sniff into the movements from ONIC. And look at the long lanes that Eman's also been working on. At least the structures for ONIC, and that bottom side turret still available.
Wait, they go for a full shove and ONIC. Wow, they're scared to even walk up to this wave. They know the Atlas is possibly there, and they're gonna have to wait for it.
2 winner crowns.
2 winner crowns. They gotta deal with the Fatal Links, these combos.
Yep.
That will ensure Kelra's safety, right? Oh my god!
Keyboy!
He's done this twice now on Nile. In the upper bracket, semifinals, and now in the grand finals.
Hey.
Patrick, stop!
Patrick, you cheeky thief. This for Keyboy.
That's thief in the night.
The thief in the night. Thief in the night. Oh, it's looking for something. 8 seconds to the Lord. And now let's see if ONIC can get this one out. Because in the last 2 team fights, Kelra has just been collapsed on. He didn't have a say on the team fight. Maybe with the winner crown, he's going to buy some time. ONIC will work their way into that. They have a pushing wave up top. At least it's stuck there. Down bottom too. They need to solve that problem. And Bigetron inching closer. Holy Crystal from Reno.
They deal with the wave up top. It's going to be slow pushing for Bigetron, and ONIC know that BTR are around. So they reset it again. They're going to look for Pryo. They have Pryo in the bottom lane, but again, that top lane is looking good for the red robots. Lutfi getting some poke down onto Shogun. Lord at half HP. Nile fighting desperately for control. Kelra with a bit of poke over on Nile. And Eman sent into the mid lane to clear it out as the Lord again gets resetted. These waves are great for Bigetron. ONIC, what do they do? How do they deal with it? They send Harith, Kelra, and Sans up top.
Yep, and the Lord evolves as well, so this will be game-changing. They do get...
Wait a second.
On this objective, they show. At least they have the diversion to relocate back quickly. So maybe Bigetron want to rush this one down.
They want to go on Keyboy. They have a tempo advantage, but Finn won't just go for it just yet.
There you go.
This is another reset up top. I wonder how the wave is right now as Kelra holds the neutral objective. Keyboy trying to fight for that Tribush control. The mid lane as well, even as it stands.
Lord, still solo conceal player. They're looking for Potential Fatal Links.
They want to go for the retreat right now with the Fatal Link. Fly! Two into the Fatal Link. No! In the backline, locks on down. They're going to go for the Mod Force now. And Mod Flicker's out of safety now. It's going to be him taken now by Kelra. Shogun in the air, going on. But it's Kelra within the crowd. He's going to be able to go for the Chrono Dash again. And Shogun goes for the chase. Kelra for the Chrono Dash. Lutpi jumping in. Shogun getting rid of Kelra. And now it's Lutpi and Keyboy versus the world. Now taken low, taken down already by Lutpi Ray as Keyboy stays alive, and ONIC got the Evolved Lord.
Lutpi keeps the hopes alive. At least they have the Evolved Lord. Kyrie does not miss under Retribution. And Kelra bought so much time, surviving for the longest possible minute. And now the Lord will march into the base. I don't think he can do anything about it.
Shogun's trying to save the space turret in bottom lane. Can he do it? Shogun walks up again. He's going to be able to get the shifting skies now onto Keyboy, and that's going to be the jump to take his immortality down. Keyboy, can you survive? I think he might go for the mount. Oh god, Moreno just takes him out as the Lord gets dealt with. And the wave up top, and the game keeps on going.
And Bigetron deal with that easily, because that's a Kimmy that's always going to be able to shred fast, especially when you have the passive available. But they tried to do something. ONIC didn't even get a single structure out of it.
Wow.
And bottom side still intact. So that mixed feelings on that one for ONIC, the Lord. Blood Wings this time. And the winner crown, excuse me, for Moreno. It's a winner crown galore in the Land of Dawn. Are they forcing something here, Niall?
What the hell? Now jumps in on Sans. Dang.
Well, that's a tanky box here, so maybe he's just impatient for the vision to go in.
Oh
Seal.
my god. What is this? Bigetron with their awkward initiations again, the Fatal Links. Kyrie can't get away right now. Oh, with a blazing to what? And with a crowd. Shogun in the back now, jumping on Kelra as he goes into the air. But it is going to be Kelra cutting away as Lutpi jumps in, but Keyboy is isolated against everybody. The Maestro gets a double.
Get Kyrie and Keyboy in that process. It looked like a botch engage. It looked like it was rushed and too aggressive. But they knew they were going for the carries. At least they were able to get the tanks. What the heck? Frontliners, 14 seconds. And this time ONIC has to fight unprotected. They do not have the front line. If they can buy some time, maybe, just maybe, they can wait for Kyrie, Keyboy to respawn. But for now, they can't do anything about this Lord. I think Bigetron want to try and rush this. Just blitz it quickly. Especially when you have a wave dump on them.
There's no way for ONIC to react to it.
There isn't.
I mean, they can send a diversion, but it's 3 members against 5. That's practically suicide unless Kelra can do the things he's been able to do. Anile with the red tree, Evolved Lord secured for the red robots.
Don't forget the empowered minions as well you get from the Evolved Lord. It's gonna hurt a little bit for ONIC. And the wave clear, I'd say not the best. I mean, sure you have a Harith, the Luo Yi can always play with a dispersion, but it's not as good as a Kimmy per se, or like a Moskov. So they need to deal with this pushing Lord. Evolved 1-2, item build. Again, Wishing Lantern for the Harith. Sold his boots with a CE2 sustainability plus extra bit of damage with the projectile and to eat up the tank. But so far, Eman a bit struggling when he wants to engage, but that all he needs is just a decoy. Something to distract ONIC, and he can come in with the Blazing Duet. And the rest of it will be on Bigetron's hands. Evolved Lord up top. That mid-wave also worked on, down bottom too. And then it'll be a tri-lane, but it'll crash the turret, so at least they're gonna buy some time.
They're going to play as slow as they can. They want to build these waves as much as they can. Again, into the bottom lane. They don't want to get caught off guard. That's why they let the Lord do its thing, and they split into 2 waves only.
I like the Genius One purchase from Keyboy too. I like the Genius One.
I think it's a bit too late though.
Yeah, it is. But at least it's gonna add 4 magic damage for both Sans and Kelra.
Sans walks away from the traction pulse. Mid-wave gets clear, but now they have a big Evolved Lord up top, and they have split ONIC up. The bottom lane is the priority for ONIC, as they know that the top lane is for sure done.
Certain helmet as well for the Atlas. Attacking damage, replenish it as well if you want to go for the second fight.
Fatal Links and Blazing to win a crown! Doesn't win a crown as well. Zaman gets constant damage, able to get out with a BMI. Kelra onto Zaman boards, goes over to Chrono Dash. Shogun buys immortality in time, but can he survive? Kelra takes him down. The mid lane base train gonna go down for Bigetron now as they back away. They've gotten the far lane, and they will say, disciplined.
The Fatal Links was fatal. Got 3 players.
Wow.
Hooked up, lifted to the skies. Finn the human, but somehow they were unable to capitalize on that.
Look at the timers though. Shogun is down for 40.
40 seconds, 14 on the Lord. Will they be able to play with only Finn and Niall? This Sora is pivotal on the team fight for that cloud form as well. Let's see if ONIC can burst it down. but there's gonna be empowered minions pushing in the mid lane and in the top lane. We need to worry for that as well. If Bigetron can buy some time, then they might have a chance on this Lord.
This is going to be a very slow Lord take though. In the mid lane, Eman has the BMI away. He's going to go for the clear in the mid lane. He's done well. Top wave building as well. Diversion. Eman. Oh, he gets away with the Blazing Duet and the BMI. Oh, he actually flickered out for that, but they've actually bought enough time for Shogun to come around. Now the question is, can ONIC utilize those timers on Eman again, playing with those fine, small margins?
The massive wave up top too, and these coaches still laughing. But look at this, the taunt to Moreno.
Perfect match now. Skyrim's gonna be all alone. Fatal Links to lock him down. He's gonna go down. There's a free red cheaper now. Can he get it down? It's Moreno who claims it. Keller with the Zaman Force already, and Shogun goes into the air. Traction pulls locking him down as Keyboy goes from out, but Shogun is able to get away as Zaman goes in for the hits as well. Immortality down. Keller knows Zaman Force, but Lutpi comes in and Moreno gets another kill on to Keyboy. Lutpi perfectly timed, jumping in with Kelra. Eman looking for play, blazing away from Eman, and now Moreno collapses from the other side. Kelra has the Zaman Force back up. Eman is not
Moreno.
It's going to be Kelra jumping in, but Eman is able to get away in time. Now with the Zaman Force built up already, it's going to be Shogun left to kill the god of the gold lane, but Kelra!
Kelra! The gold standard goes in with the last kill, Suns!
He's going down. Eman's going to go for the chase. His main rival in 1v1 against Kelra. The Chrono Dash doesn't land. Kelra, how the hell are you still alive?
He survives, but does the base survive? This Lord will march into the base. They have to clear it quick. 4 members, 3 members standing strong. Kelra needs to hold.
ONIC bought this man for a single reason, and it's to carry. Zaman Force over to Blazing Duet. Kelra's trying his darn best. He goes in, but Eman and Moreno end the game with a double.
Yet another stage set for him to become heroic.